AFTV DT, happy days, right? Happy days, good ratings today, surely, because that was a very comprehensive performance in a game that a lot of people thought we could lose. A lot of people pointed out and said this is going to be a really tough task for Arsenal.
Yeah.
Got the job done.
Got the job done. Yeah. Got the job done. Gave me a few, nervous moments towards the end. Hey, but listen, it's Valentine's Day, and every relationship has them nervy moments. So, do you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, they excited me, and I can go to sleep feeling content.
Keep it clean. Right, let's go into it, right? Leno in goal.
Didn't have any chance with the goals. I think he'll probably be the most frustrated and annoyed player on the pitch because goalkeepers want clean sheets. So I feel that he'll be fuming about that. But overall, he didn't have anything to do, to be honest. And what he did have to do, he did. I think he had one save in the first half. And despite the 2 goals, he wasn't getting peppered. Any crosses in the box, handled them. I'd probably say a 6. But
6, okay, all right.
Yeah,
6,
but what did he really have to do?
Yeah. All right. Bellerin scored a goal.
Scored a goal, but was at fault for the Leeds goal. Poor touch for the.
When he was through.
Yeah, when he was through.
Poor touch.
I'm kind of
game overall. I mean,
you know what? This is the thing. Like I said, this is the thing that frustrates me with Hector is that he can have one good moment, then a horrendous moment, and it's consistency. There's never just good. It's either good, bad, and he got a goal, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt in that respect. So I'll give him a 7 because he did get the goal, but I'm disappointed with his defending.
Okay, CEDRIC on the other wing.
Thought he had a quiet game, to be fair. I felt in the first 15 minutes or so, his touch was dreadful. There was one where he got put through on the angle and his touch was absolutely awful and run out of play. But I really would like to see him on that right-hand side on a consistent basis, in terms of how many games he's played in a row on the left. I'd like to see that on the right. So I'll give him a 6, I'd say, for his performance.
I thought he played all right,
I thought, but not.
I mean, 6 is probably fair, but I thought he played all right. I mean, you're right. At the start of the game, some of his pressing, for instance, was brilliant. I mean, I thought the whole team at the start of the game, the way they pressed Leeds was really, really impressive. But 6 for him, David Luiz.
I felt he could have done better for the goal. But, I know it's harsh, but...
when someone's got a run on you, you know what I mean?
I get that. But maybe he could have made it a bit more difficult. You know what defenders are like? They're kind of leaning into them a bit, so they're off balance when they get the header and it ends up flying over. It just feels that he got proper whacked through. Really caught under it. There was no real attempt to put the player off. Apart from that, I think his outlet with the passing's a really good outlet to have.
You forget the outlet with the passing. Some of the runs he went in on.
Oh, he made one in the first half. That was.
I thought if he would have put something on the end of that, that would have been one of the goals of the season.
Well, you think there was one in the first half where he played a little 1-2 and put the cross for Aubameyang, and the Leeds player made an unreal block in front of Aubameyang.
Exactly.
So, listen, David Luiz has not been a problem for me lately. And I'll give him a 7. I thought he done all right. If I'm being real critical, then I'll say the header, but benefit of the doubt.
Gabriel.
Again, do you know what it is with Gabriel? I think that he starts games really slowly. It seems like first 10 minutes or so, he seems like he's got to really kind of get up to speed. But then I felt he was pretty much the same as Luiz. He just dealt with anything that came his way.
A solid performance, you know what I mean? He was strong, he was quick, he was commanding. I thought he played well.
Yeah, and watching the incident back where Leeds thought they had a penalty, again, yeah, they were, I think it was him and CEDRIC that went across it.
Good defending. Good defending.
It was. Listen, if you're not going to give a penalty for Saka, then you can't give a penalty for that.
That was never a penalty anyway, because they
but even more so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'd say a 7 as well.
Okay. Granit Xhaka.
I feel that he has good moments, but he also looks like he can get caught out without someone like Thomas Partey there. I really do. I felt that he was one of the ones ball watching as well for Leeds' second goal. He just looks so much better with Partey there. It's like a protection, like an added insurance, shall we say. And I feel, maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like he played more backward passes today than he has done when Partey's there.
He was he looked today like he was really was just concentrating on that defensive role, really. Yeah. Maybe that's what it was. He had a different objective. Maybe he's got more license to be forward thinking when Partey's there, but when he's not. So it'd be interesting to see the graphics. I'm sure James would be able to get those details for me as to how many backward passes he made or what is. Yeah, James will find that stat for me. James, go do your job, man. Go get that stat for me. What was his pass percentage and his completion rate and everything? And I want to know how many he passed with his left foot and how many with his right. Yeah, I thought it was solid enough. I'll give him a 7. Okay, Surpassed.
I thought he had a good game. First game back, very energetic, brilliant pass for Hector Bellerin's goal. Faded a bit in the second half, but I think that's understandable as well, given he's been out for so long. But I would say a 7 as well. I thought he had a good performance, but standard 7, decent.
Odegaard.
I thought he had a good game. I did think he had a good game. Not to take it up those levels of 8s and 9s, but given it was his first, start for the team, and there were some really good little moments. And what I liked is that he played 78 minutes of the game and he didn't look like he was out on his feet. You know what I mean? So that bodes well for the rest of the season, that he can really get himself up to match speed. So yeah, I'd say a 7. Decent performance.
Yeah. Okay. Saka.
I thought he had a very quiet opening 20-25 minutes, and then he just burst into life. And what you're seeing with Saka is teams are petrified of him. When he gets the ball, they're scared. You can see it now.
They couldn't live with him today.
No, you now start to see that that's an unbelievable thing to have within a player, that people are now starting to fear you. They're worried. They don't want to tackle you. They don't want to touch you. They're doubling up. We saw it at Aston Villa. The only way they could stop him was fouling. And then in the second half, all we saw was Leeds. Whack, whack. Because it's the only way they can stop him. But he's just a breath of fresh air, and he gets better and better. And, if I'm being overly critical, should have had a goal. But I think maybe that would have been given offside where he hit the post. But I'll give him an 8 because I felt that he was one of those just before half-time where he helped turn the screw.
Yeah, he was absolutely brilliant today. Won the penalty, of course, as well. He won 2 penalties, really. Yeah. And he was brilliant. They couldn't live with him. And I just felt that he was immense. And he's going to be so important for Thursday. Smith Rowe. You got that assist, of course. Yeah,
he had an assist, but I felt he had one of his quieter games, to be fair. I genuinely did.
Decent today.
No, I just feel that maybe being out on the left, it was a little bit... watching his game in the first half, it looked like he was given a specific duty, which is when Aubameyang pulls to the left, Smith Rowe goes in as a kind of number 9 striker. So he obviously had a job to do, and he carried that side of his job, out. And like you said, got an assist as well. But I just feel, I don't know whether it's maybe the fact that he set such high standards that you kind of notice it's not at the level you've been purring over. Do you know what I mean? So I'll give him a solid 7 for today. I thought it was good, but I feel that there's so much more within him. Okay,
Aubameyang, hat-trick today.
10, hat-trick. 10. How can you not give the man who scores a hat-trick 10? Unbelievably, that's his first Premier League hat-trick. The amount of times he scored 2. He could have had a hat-trick, you know, in his last start, but he needed to go for a dump. Do you know what I mean? So he had to come off quickly. So if you notice today, he didn't do his somersaults because he was thinking, let me not upset the belly. You know what I mean? I don't want to unsettle anything. Let me just, you know what I mean? Let me just chill. But you know what? Given what he's been through over the last month, and look, his performance when he came on against Villa and Wolves was not good enough. It wasn't no involvement or energy or anything that we want to see. But listen, we're all behind him. Everybody's behind him because we know what he's capable of doing. And, you know, we've all said it this week. Me, you, and whoever have been saying Aubameyang against Leeds, playing as a main striker. He can get goals. And this hat-trick, ultimately, we'll find out, but it could be massive for us moving forward. So 10 for me, man.
The subs quickly, didn't really have much time. El Neni,
standard 5.
WILLIAN.
Do you know what the thing is, right? I'm trying to be objective about this, right? Now, I don't get why he's brought on, but I understand it at the same time. Now, hear me out with this, right? The game's effectively done, all right? And the only thing I can think in my mind is that Arteta's looked at it and gone, perfect time, loads of space, trying to get him back playing with some kind of confidence. He could get an assist or a goal. So I'm going to play him. And I also feel he had Martinelli in mind for about 5-10 minutes after. Then Leeds score. The game completely swings. And you're not going to put an attacking player on. You've got to shut up and kind of go defensive-minded and see this one through because we've got to ride the wave here. So I feel that the balance shifted, which ultimately meant that he couldn't bring Martinelli on. But the thing with Willian is just that I just don't see anything. He could have had an assist for Saka when he hit the post if it would have been onside or offside. But apart from that, I just don't get the involvement. It just doesn't. There's no spark. There's no spark. I can sympathise in one sense that with the scoreline, you know, conceivably finished and done, maybe play him and get him a goal and he can get confidence from somewhere or whatever it might be. You understand it, but it's just not working. It's just nothing seems to be working right now. And yeah, it's got to the point where you've got to start feeling sorry for him as well, man, because it's not good.
Well, him and Holding, I guess we give a standard 5. They weren't on long enough.
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta. Went very attacking lineup today.
Yeah, very attacking.
With fire, and it worked.
Yeah, and you know, sprung a little surprise with Odegaard and Emil Smith-Rowe playing because a lot of people were like, it's one or the other. So sprung a surprise. Pepe's had a nice rest. If he starts on Thursday, then you ultimately know that this is what it was. What for me, I feel that the one person whose place is under threat on Thursday shouldn't be Pepe, it should be Lacazette.
Yeah, I think it is. You can't drop someone who just scored a hat-trick, can you?
No, and I wouldn't be dropping him. I wouldn't be dropping him to the left-hand side and then playing Lacazette up front.
No, I'd be Aubameyang up front, Pepe on the left.
Yeah, Saka on the right. And then it's a toss-up between Odegaard or Emil Smith-Rowe in the centre. I've got a feeling that he's going to probably go with Emil Smith-Rowe, which is why he took him off. When he did, and give him the rest for Thursday. So, yeah, for me, Lacazette's the one who's probably going to be sitting there thinking, wow, I'll get a rest today and look what happens. But that's football. It happens. But, yeah, listen, the way we played in that first hour, credit. It was really good. You're going to have to give Mikel an 8 at least because 5 changes. One of them was forced with Partey, of course. But he made changes. He was bold. And he did what he did. The only thing I will question is the Willian thing. But I will give the benefit of the doubt because I've explained why I think he did what he did.
And finally, the referee.
2. I just think that what annoys me about the ref is have a pair of balls. by all means, go and have a look at the monitor, but go with your original decision. Look at it and say, nah, cheers for letting me know, but I'm going to go with what I want to go with. So, you know, and this is why I keep saying these referees need to be mic'd up so we can all hear what they're doing, because I want to know what Andre Mariner's telling him to look out for when he's at the screen, and it's transparency. Transparency. We don't know what's going on. Andre Mariner could be there going, yes, Arsenal, don't give a penalty. Yeah.
He did.
Do you know what I mean? We don't know. He could be sitting there going, yeah, hey, listen, I was still in a job after I mixed up 2 players. Don't worry about it. Just don't give a penalty. It's fine. So, but listen, we move on to Thursday, man. That's the big game, man. Big one.
Massive game. Thanks a lot, DT.
Pleasure, man. Cheers.